Hello everyone, AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink, and just a fun, quick, super bright Halloween card using the Studio Katia Meowy Halloween set. I have been itching to ink up this set since I got it not too long ago. So I grabbed a scrap of some Neenah Solar White. This is 110 pound. Usually I do the 80 pound cardstock when I'm coloring, but like I said, this was a scrap and it was the perfect size. So I just stuck it in my mini MISTI and put down all the images in the set, and then I inked them up with Hero Arts Intense Black ink, which is a Copic friendly ink. And then I did some really simple Copic coloring. I've sped up the video post editing here because it was nothing too fancy, but I did include the colors I used in on the frame here. I just started with the cat and did a really light gray, added some pink to his little ears. And then to do the hat, I just use really dark grays for that, going from darkest to lightest. I'll switch back and forth when I'm doing Copic coloring. Like, you know, the rule of thumb is you go lightest to darkest. It gives you a tiny bit more control as to, you know, how much dark you're going to add, but I'm lazy. So I generally go darkest to lightest because it's easier. So I did the hat, and then I'm adding some bright purple, pink, orange, obviously, etc., because I'm matching the colors of the Doodlebug pattern paper that I also have been itching to use. And I finally got the accessories, which I shared in the haul video I posted yesterday. So once I had it all sitting here, I had to start using it. So I did all of my coloring, and once I was done with that, I'm using the coordinating little die set to die cut all of these. And I love the coordinating die for the cat, especially because not only does it die cut the cat, but there's two little center areas that are part of this die that cut right around the little paws. So you can make it so that it's holding little things, which is what I do at the end of making this card. I just think that's so much fun. So I just line up all the coordinating dies and I just tape them into place with a little piece of washi tape so that they're all in place, and I can just run this through all in one shot through my big shot machine. Die cuts everything. And then I grabbed a couple sets of circle Die-namics. These are MFT circle stacks, set 1 and 2. I've had these for years. They're great. They're circle dies. If you don't have circle dies, highly recommend them. So I die cut several of the pattern papers from the Doodlebug BooVille set, as well as just a couple of random scraps of cardstock. And then, of course, I had to add, I got the Doodlebug eye candy shape sprinkles, and it just completely changes the look of this cat, but I had to add them. They're so cute. And I also tucked one of the little die cut pieces of the candy under the paw. So I'm just going to use my little Xyron tape runner here to start adhering all these circles kind of randomly. I don't know. The idea popped in my head to do circles, so that's what I did. And then before I really got to adhering them, I inked up the little web from the set and just stamped it on each of the corners there. And then got to finally adhering just all these circles. So I just adhered them all flat to the card. Some of them are hanging off. I'm going to deal with that in a minute. I just wanted everything kind of laid out. And then once I'm kind of happy with that, I can start adhering the actual little elements, the cat and the pumpkins, etc. And all of those I'm going to pop up with a little bit of foam tape, just to give it a little bit of extra dimension. I'm also going to add one of the little silly spiders shaped sprinkles from Doodlebug because it's just so cute. So I added that at the top near the one web, and then added the little candy bag to them because it was just cute. So now I can flip over my little card front here, which is just heavyweight white cardstock. And I'm just using the edge of the paper as a guide so I can cut off these little pieces that are hanging over the edge. And I cut this piece of cardstock just down slightly smaller than an A2 size card. So it's like 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, something like that. And then for my sentiment, I just grabbed a scrap of black cardstock. I used my anti-static powder tool. I stamped the Trick or Treat sentiment with some clear embossing ink. And then I'm using my Hero Arts white embossing powder, and I'm going to melt that with my heat tool. And then once it's melted, let it cool off for a couple seconds, and I'll just die cut it with one of the circle dies. I end up doing that for the inside of the card as well. I stamp the Have a Meowy Halloween as well onto another scrap of black cardstock and die cut that with a circle. I just did that off camera. So this one I'm going to add some more adhesive and then press that into place onto my card front. And then my card base is some heavyweight white cardstock cut to 4 1/4 by 11. So I'm going to score it at 5 1/2 here with my Teflon bone folder. So this will be a top folding A2 size card, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'd run some more bits of the pattern paper and the cardstock through my big shot machine with those same circle dies. Some of them I just cut like off the edge just because that's the scraps I had. So, because it didn't matter because I would have cut them off anyway. So again, kind of figured out where I was going to lay these out and then just started adhering them all to the inside of my card. So I've got my stamped and embossed sentiment, some random circles, some pattern paper, and I'm just going to adhere all of that. And the little bits that are hanging over, I can just flip over the card base as well and trim off that bit that's hanging over. And then I'm going to adhere my card front to the card base with my tape runner. I did think about popping it up with foam tape, but decided I had enough dimension going on. This is kind of a little busy of a card, you know, a lot of pattern and everything going on, but these colors are so cute and the images are so cute and the Doodlebug paper is so cute. Like everything is just cuteness overload and I love it. Absolutely love it. So after I'd hear that, I couldn't resist. I had to add some of these Studio Katia black, diamond rhinestoney dudes. Oh, before that I added those last two remaining little images that I'd stamped and colored. Just added the adhesive, popped those onto the inside, and then I can adhere my little rhinestones. These are gorgeous. I love how they catch the light. So I ended up using my little Marvy jewel picker to kind of put these into place, and then I'm just going to use little dabs of multi-medium matte adhesive. So I just pick up the little rhinestone with the jewel picker, squeeze on a little dab of the adhesive, press that into the adhesive, and it's good to go. So that was my card for today. I'm still giving away my Halloween cards on my blog, so you can check out the link below the video if you're interested in entering. I've been mailing out cards ever since I started this Halloween series. I've been mailing out Halloween cards to all the random winners. It's just been fun. So you can check that out in the description box below the video if you're interested, as well as links to all of the supplies used. So that's it from me for the moment. I will be back very soon with another video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.